Hi everybody, today we are going to do August Club Couture. This is super cool and you want to know why? Because now it has a cool shape to go with it. Club has just gotten an upgrade. So our new Club transfers, they still come with their 3 paste singles, and of course now they come with something added in. It could be something like this, like a Chalkable Shape. It could be something like an embellishment. And if you've been in the club for a year, you will get this awesome, exclusive, club-only anniversary squeegee. Super cool. So today we're going to take off last month's club, and we are going to show you how to get this all off. This is an Aiden frame. I love my Aidens, but I'll tell you what, guys, that Verity frame is super awesome as well. So all you need to clean off a surface, let me grab it here, is a board scraper and a board eraser. So you're just going to go over top, scraping all of this paste off. Some of it's going to take a little bit of elbow grease, guys, but it will come off, I promise, okay? The longer it sits, the little bit more it's going to take. I like to spray mine with water and let the water sit there for just a second. You can use any kind of spritzer bottle that you maybe got off Amazon or you bought it at a store. Any water bottle will work. We're just going to scrape and redo. I love this because the Aiden is reusable, so it makes it super easy to change out my club every month. Now your paste singles will come with your kit. Your kit has the 3 pastes that come with it and the transfer, and now that extra add-on. You can also then go and maybe buy an Aiden or a Verity frame, something that's reusable, and just redo chalk your club every month. And this one is also magnetic, so that is even better. As a club member, you get special perks and promos. You will get a special flat rate shipping on your first order of the month. You will get special perks that are only for club members. So just keep all of that in mind when you join the club. Okay, so because you don't want to use a baby wipe on your surface, because I normally would, but we're going to put another transfer down right away, so we don't want to do that. We're going to use the microfiber side of the fuzzing cloth. This is the cleaning side, and you guys can see there's still a lot of ghosting on this, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to spray this, and this is where that fun board eraser comes into play. So you're just going to take the board eraser and you're going to go over top. I always go in a circular motion because it just seems to work really, really well. Sorry, I'm like kind of jarring the camera. You just always want to make sure that you're cleaning off that surface. And you can see, guys, it's going to make a mess. That's one of the great things about our fuzzing cloth, is that you can clean up right with it. You can also grab out a piece of paper towel if you want. I'm going to pull all this extra paste off here. I'm going to spray this again. And take that board eraser back over top. Just kind of getting all of that gunk off of there. Now you want to be careful with the Aiden because it is porcelain coated. So obviously you don't want to rub too much on the porcelain, or this, it will come off and then you're going to be kind of upset. Unless that's the look you're going for. Okay, I'm going to try and get this cleaned off here. Now you definitely want to make sure that that's completely cleaned off. before you go to do your next project. See how it's streaking a little bit? That's because I still have paste on here. So you just also want to be careful with that. Let's grab out another fuzzing cloth real quick. Hold on, guys. Hold on just a second. We'll use my other one that I've had since the beginning. We'll just get this a little wet here. And then we'll just take this, clean this all off. There we go. Getting all of that off there. Get all the extra paste. Okay, so I'm going to toss that down there. We are going to fuzz, fuzz, fuzz. Now we are going to use this part of the fuzzing cloth. Oh my goodness, I just stuck my hand in paste. Probably not the best thing to do, right? So what we're going to do, just kind of clean our fingers off real quick. All right, so this is exclusive for only club members. So if you're not in the club, I will give you a link on how to join club. And on the back is all of your care instructions. You always want to keep your packaging in your backer sheet because this is reusable 8 to 12 times. Sometimes more. But chalk guarantees 8 to 12 uses. Okay, so our new backer sheets are glossy on both sides. That is a little bit of a problem. And the reason why that's a problem is because that has to go on a certain way. So I always write on the back, August Club Couture 23. I always write what the transfer is, and I would do a top and a dash. So then I know what's the top of the transfer, how it goes back on his backer sheet. You could put a piece of tape on the back, you could put a sticker, you could write on the back just back, if that's what you want to do, so you know you're putting it on correctly. We are going to fuzz this. We're also going to pull out some magnets to hang that cute little surface on there. I'm going to show you guys how to paint our chalkable surfaces. And so we're going to do this all in bright white. And I like the bright white on the Aiden. It's just my thing. I love it. I think it looks really, really classic and clean. You can do any colors you want. You can do the colors that come with it, or you can buy your own colors from the chalk site and change it up. Make it unique to you. I'll tell you which one would be really super cool, and that's the color of the month for August. And that is a limited time only. It's called Nominee, and it is a metallic gold. We've never had a metallic color before, so this is our first one. It is limited time only, so if you're watching this video and it is not available, I am sorry. Color of the month always launches on the 1st of every month, so if you were wanting to get into that color of the month, you're going to want to start doing that right at the beginning. Okay, so we're going to go over top of this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to chalk the pumpkin. I'm not going to chalk the pumpkin. I'm actually going to chalk everything but the pumpkin, because we're going to put the pumpkin on this cute little cutout. So I don't want that pumpkin on here. Now, if you are fearful that you're going to, I'm looking for my placement tape. I'm not seeing it. If you're looking for, or if you're afraid that you're going to get that paste somewhere you don't want it, you can put placement tape down or washi tape, anything like that. Grab out a squeegee here and just do bright white. I'm going to just kind of eyeball it and check it and make sure. Let me move you guys down so you guys can see better what I'm doing. Okay, so you're just going to pull up some of that white, and you're going to pull it off, just off the start, just off that silkscreen transfer. Okay. And you're going to pull it through. making sure that you are chalking. Like I said, I don't want to do the pumpkin, so I'm trying to not. Obviously, it would be better if I use like my multi-tool or detail tool here. But we got this. The more you do this, the better you will get at the technique. Just an FYI. Obviously, I don't want the lines there, so we're going to pull that all off. You can see that this has all been done. It's covered. Just want to pull it off there so there's no lines. All right. Pull out the paste tray. I have chalk all over my fingers, so of course you're going to want to make sure that that's cleaned up. And I'm going to show you guys how to paint with our paste. Super cool. Okay, so we're going to pull this up. All right. We are going to dry this. Now, when you're doing an 8-in, it is magnetic, so it will heat up. So you want to be careful with that. You want to make sure that this is back to room temp, okay? As soon as you go to put something else on here, okay? Because this will heat up. Like I said, it's magnetic, so it's metal. And since it says blue ribbon right here, you could always do blue down here at the bottom. That would be really cute. All right, so now we're going to set this off to the side. We're going to pull out a pair of scissors. I never use my Chalkable scissors or transfer trimmers on anything other than my transfers. So I always use other craft scissors. Now, we're going to paint this Chalkable Shape. I just noticed there's paste right here, and I don't want that there, obviously. Okay, so I'm looking at it to see how it's going to go on the surface. Okay, so I'm going to pull out my artisan tool set. This is one of the artisan tool sets. I'm going to use Hey Pumpkin. Okay, now there's another thing that you could do. You could take a board eraser and you could break it off, and you could sponge paint it on if that's what you want to do. But we're just going to do this really quickly. We are going to like dry brush this on. And you can see how I'm doing that. I'm going to make a mess on the table, but that's fine. It's washable with paper or with water, so I'm not really that concerned about it. I'm going to get it on my fingers. I know I will because I have to hold this down. I'm going to hold it here at the top, and then I'm going to fix the spots. Okay. So, okay. So we just kind of dry brush that on. Now, if you're like, oh, that's too, whoa. You could always take a baby wipe and put it on with the baby wipe. Absolutely could do that. I'm going to move this real quick. I'm going to clean this up. And you can see it's just going to come right up with water. Just going to take a little bit of elbow grease to do it. And it's fine. It's fine. As long as, you know, you're using like something like this to protect your surface. But my tables are actually craft tables, so all I gotta do is just wipe them down anyway, but I'm just gonna do it like that. We are gonna dry this. It's gonna take a little bit to dry it because we did paint it on. So we are gonna wanna make sure that it is, I just noticed a spot right here. Kind of cover that up. You're going to want to make sure that it's dry all the way through, okay? Because if it isn't, when you go to do something on top of it, it's not going to be dry. You can kind of see where it's not dry a little bit right here when you're looking at it. And it doesn't bother me to have a little bit of the streaks on here because pumpkins are not perfect colors anyway. Pumpkins kind of have a stripe to them in streaks of color. Now you could do this and you could do it so fancy. You could actually take and use other colors and give it that effect if that's what you want to do. That would be super cool. You know, kind of give it like, maybe use some different colors on here like camel or something like that to kind of give it a little bit more dimension. You absolutely can do that. I'm just kind of pushing on it to make sure it's dry. Now, in between painting something and chalking something, you will want to, guys, there is wet paste on the sides of this. Ridiculous here. I'm going to clean that up because I keep sticking my fingers in it and I'm just getting more and more paste on my fingers. But you will want to wax that in between. Why? Because you're wanting to protect what you just did. Our wax is super awesome. It has no smell. It actually smells like crayons. So it does have a slight smell. So if you're smell sensitive to things like that, you don't have to worry, okay? And you're just going to go right along with the paste, the way you painted it on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to heat this wax up a little bit. And I'm going to buff it out. It does make it a little bit easier. That's a little tip. I always use the side that's got the tag to buff it out. Just kind of go over top of everything. You're good to go. So now we're going to take our transfer and we're going to lay this down over top of our cute little pumpkin. Just want to make sure I'm getting it right where I want it. I push this down and we're just going to do black velvet. This is going to be super, super cute. I'm going to just grab some of my black velvet. My jar is starting to get low, but I still have lots of life left in this. I'm just going to keep doing it until it's gone, gone, gone. Every little drop makes a huge difference. And of course, as soon as you wash the transfer, it's going to come clean. More than likely, the black velvet will dye this silk screen or stain the teal. It'll be fine. As long as there's no debris in that silk screen, you are fine. Just keep that in mind as well. There's two little spots I just don't want to take. There we go. We got them. All right. Going back over top, making sure I don't have any lines. So you want to always pull off any extra. Pulling all of that off there. Because I don't want lines. You don't want lines at all. All right. There is our cute pumpkin. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm in love with this pumpkin. I think it's super cute. I'm going to wash my fingers off, and then we're going to dry this. And we're going to stick it with magnets. We have magnets too on the back or on this surface. So it'll be super cool. Now, if you wanted to redo this, this is a surface that you can redo, okay? But also, if you were like, I need one and I'm going to make another one, I don't have another one of these cutouts, you can use our chalk suede paper. It will give you another kind of effect like that. Okay, so we're going to grab out the magnets. Our magnets come in a 12-pack. We don't need many. We just need a couple. I'm going to probably do 2. I'll do one up here at the top. And one down here at the bottom. Oh, let's give it 4. Let's just give it 4. And we're going to grab out the Aiden. We're just going to stick that right there. So now, not only is it sticking off of the surface, but it gives it that 3D effect, right? Let me lift this up so you guys can actually see better on what the project looks like. How awesome is that, right? Super cute. We just redid the Aiden for the club for August 2023. And then you can just keep changing it up. Scrape or redo it. Put this away for the next time you want to use the transfer. Or keep it on a surface. Get another surface. You can do that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. You will get to find out how to join club and all of the perks in the description of this video. Have a fabulous day. Bye.